Hey guys, Level Cap here, and welcome to another episode of This Week in Gaming. This week, DICE took the lid off of Battlefield 6's Battle Royale mode, Squad got a genuinely massive update, the finals is riding high on its latest update, and much more. DICE finally released official info about Battlefield 6's Battle Royale mode, and while these details are subject to change since the mode is still being tested via Battlefield Labs, it all sounds very promising. The highlights are 100-player matches with 4-man squads, class-based loadouts, missions that encourage squad play, a closing circle that instantly kills players on contact, vehicle gameplay, and a purpose-built map that supports the game's impressive destruction tech. Playtesting is currently happening under NDA, but leaks have popped up all over social media and Reddit showing a pretty grounded Battle Royale experience. Hopefully DICE sticks the landing this time around. The mode is expected to be a free-to-play offering, but DICE haven't confirmed that officially. In other news, the road to Battlefield 6's Battle Pass in 2042 now offers paid tier skips. Some players have expressed outrage and frustration over the update that adds the tier skips. Now, if you're looking for a much deeper dive into all the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale news, be sure to stick around for a link to that video at the end of this one. Milsim FPS Squad just got a major engine overhaul. Update 9.0 transitions the game to Unreal Engine 5, giving the game an impressive visual upgrade on compatible maps. However, players are concerned about performance issues and reporting worse performance than the previous version of the game, as well as new stability problems. The Finals, Season 8, has propelled the competitive FPS to its highest peak concurrent player count since launch. The update overhauls the game's already impressive destruction system with reactive physics that cause falling objects and buildings to damage surrounding structures. Elements of this update were added to select maps in prior updates, but the full system has been deployed across the entire game with Season 8. Overall, this is yet another impressive update for the game. So few multiplayer FPS titles seem to grow or find an audience after launch these days with how competitive the market has become. It's nice to see a genuinely fresh and fun title doing well and standing the test of time. The Season 8 update also includes a new Battle Pass with free and premium cosmetics, a map overhaul, 2 new weapons, and several gameplay balance changes and bug fixes. Cloud Imperium Games will not have Squadron 42 news at CitizenCon 2025. Squadron 42 is Star Citizen's single-player campaign, which had a 1-hour gameplay reveal at last year's CitizenCon with an advertised release date of 2026. CIG's community manager says that the lack of Squadron 42 footage or information this time around is because the team has their heads down trying to hit their release deadline, which he indicated he might have some skepticism about. So if Star Citizen misses another release date deadline, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised, just disappointed. Hades 2 finally has a release date. The 1.0 update for the game will launch on September 25th, transitioning the game from its early access phase to its retail release, which includes all of the game's core content. Early access has gone very well for the game, with players and critics routinely praising major updates. The 1.0 update will add the final segment of gameplay and story content to complete the game's narrative and will launch on PC and the Nintendo Switch. It's expected to launch for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox consoles after about 11 months. Borderlands 4 has launched to mixed reviews over performance issues on PC. Players are reporting lower than expected FPS with stutters and other technical issues. The game's Day 1 update was intended to address some of these issues, but it doesn't seem to be comprehensive enough. It's worth noting that the game's recommended specs don't include performance metrics, and the studio CEO Randy Pitchford said players should temper their expectations considering the game is a large open-world experience. Extraction shooter Arena Breakout Infinite is dropping its most controversial pay-to-win mechanic ahead of its Steam release on the 15th. The game will no longer offer weapons as a purchase option for the game's real money coin currency. This feature spurred many accusations from players that the game had gone pay-to-win following its beta phase. The system wasn't included in the beta, but was present in the retail launch for the game. Alongside the Steam update, the devs are also implementing improved matchmaking, a kill cam, and improved inventory automation. Steam will no longer allow adult games to launch via its early access program. The change comes weeks after the platform folded to pressure from the payment processors like Visa and MasterCard over concerns about the adult content on the platform. These concerns were fueled by anti-porn lobbyists and groups that have protested mature and adult-themed games in the past. In response, Steam removed hundreds of adult games. itch.io followed suit soon after. Naughty Dog's Neil Druckmann says their upcoming sci-fi title Intergalactic might be their biggest and most expensive game ever. It was revealed earlier this year with a cinematic trailer and is expected to launch in 2027 at the earliest. The Last of Us Part 2 had an estimated production cost of $220 million over 6 years, so that means this game is going to cost even more. Nintendo's latest Direct event was full of big announcements. Metroid Prime 4 finally got a release date of December 4. The trailer's emphasis on a new motorcycle mechanic has led to some concerns from fans that the game will be an open-world title instead of, well, a Metroidvania title. They also announced a new Yoshi game that is launching in the spring of 2026. Now, in a surprising move, Virtua Boy titles are getting ported to Switch 2, including Mario's Tennis, Galactic Pinball, and Teller Boxer. Virtua Boy was Nintendo's failed VR gaming console from the mid-90s. They're releasing a shell that looks like the original headset to coincide with the port launching in February 2026. Nintendo also announced HD remakes of Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, as well as a new Mario Tennis game called Mario Tennis Fever. Call of Duty is joining the secure boot requirement crowd with Black Ops 7. The upcoming entry in the franchise launches on November 14th and will require PC players to enable both secure boot and TPM 2.0 just to play the game. There were similar requirements for the PC beta of Battlefield 6, and many competitive multiplayer games are leaning towards similar situations. Activision says that they've made significant progress against cheaters over the last year as part of an ongoing effort to fortify their Ricochet anti-cheat tools. In August, they reportedly banned 55,000 cheaters. They say requiring secure boot and TPM 2.0 will help detect cheaters faster and make it harder for cheat developers to exploit their game. Obviously, this doesn't mean that they've fixed cheating, and Call of Duty has been a massive target for cheaters across pretty much every release since the franchise's earliest days. But things have grown so much now that Warzone has become a free-to-play game and cheat development has become a multi-million-dollar industry. The STALKER remasters just got another major update. Patch 1.3 includes several bug fixes that address lingering performance issues across all of the included games. The devs have also ported the quick slot inventory system from Call of Pripyat into the other titles. And that wraps it up for today's episode of This Week in Gaming. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this weekly news coverage, don't forget to drop me a like, subscribe for more content like it, and up next, check out that deeper dive into Battlefield 6's Battle Royale. I'm honestly getting pretty excited for it, and I think it's certainly worth at least checking out the details to see what's coming. As always, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.